I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm listening to some pretty nice bird song out there. If you can hear that, great. If not, well, I hope you can hear birds in your own neighborhood. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone out there in the world. My name is Margaret Pinard. Welcome to my channel. You are on Booktube. And today, I didn't have something to fit in the slot. I thought about doing something for Memorial Day because it is a holiday weekend here in the US. There were lots of choices. None of them went anywhere. So I hope you're going to have a good holiday weekend. I did see an interesting video about one of the South Carolina first observances of Memorial Day. That was pretty moving, but I don't do anything for it. So we're just going to have the same old that we have here at my household. Bean's going to lay in the sun, the birds are going to chirp outside, and that is enough to celebrate. So today, instead of anything timely, I'm just going to talk about current reads. And what's funny is, I don't think I'm typical. This is my current read stack, and I'm going to tell you what books I'm reading and go over those, why I read so many, and then how it sort of works, and then how it works with Storygraph, just because I thought that'd be curious to see if we do it all differently. And at the root of this interesting topic is being a mood reader and a mood booktuber. So if, like me, you also decide what you're going to do on the spur of the moment and don't really plan, I see you. It's okay. It's good. It's fine. It's our personality. What are we going to do? I also have a question of the day. I'll put it up. It's in the comments. How many books are you currently reading? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 here in the stack. So let's say hello to the chat. Also, I unmirrored my camera. So when I look at the screen now, things look correct to me. They're going the right way. I can read the words easily because they're normal. But when I put my hand up, it's backwards because it's what you're seeing. So I just thought it'd be funny to change it for once because I usually do it the other way. Julie is here saying, hello, friends. I only read 2 books at once, a physical book and an audiobook in the car. All right. Excellent. Good morning. Hello, Anita. Hi, hi, hi. Julie says, my physical book at this time is The Count of Monte Cristo, so I may sneak in something short during the process. Right, because that's going to take quite a long time. Hello, Catpot is here. Good morning. Hello, Ven is here. Good evening. Jim, hey y'all, before Booktube, I read 1 book at a time. Now I have around 3 books on the go. Yes, Booktube will do that to people. Good evening. And I have a lesson now. So thanks, Jim, for popping in. Ben says 1 audio plus 1 physical or ebook at a time max. So Julie and Ben are on the same schedule. All right. Jim is also currently reading The House of Mirth. Oh, okay. So The House of Mirth won the vote. 13 Reasons Why and a Georgian picture book. Yeah, the language books kind of follow into a different category. Kappa's answer right now is not normal, about a dozen, because text history books, only 3 novels. Okay. So yeah, reading is hard when it's a research book because you're sort of searching and picking and choosing, at least for me. Anita says, I'm reading too many books. I need more hours. Yes. So my answer to that is 6, but I looked on Storygraph and it is actually different. So I changed one thing, but I didn't change all of them because I thought I'd let you see what the difference is. So let's go over the 6 that I have that you'll see on Storygraph and then see what else Storygraph has. So the latest I picked up is this one, Lamentation by C.J. Sansom. I did get a copy finally. My local used bookstore had it. I asked them to look out for a copy, and then when I went the next day, they actually had one in stock, so that was perfect. Eiffel Colquhoun, sorry, this is historical mystery, and I've read 5 of the books in the series. This is number 6. Ethel Colquhoun's The Living Stones of Cornwall, because I will be visiting Cornwall. This is like a mid-20th century travel book by a painter who had an artist retreat in Cornwall, and she's mainly talking about like mysticism and legends in the area. So interesting. Found that recently new. Library book. We've got The Origins of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt. This is nonfiction, obviously, talking about 3 volumes. This is only the first volume, I believe. Or am I just... Oh, no. All 3 are in here. All 3 are in here. I am just reading the first volume, The Origins of Anti-Semitism. So lots of history so far and very theoretical. Living Resistance. This is a book I picked up in a little free library in California by Caitlin B. Curtis. This is an Indigenous writer, and I don't know about this one. I am reading it. I'm trudging through it. It's about resisting in your life, basically sticking to your guns, like moral decision making. Then we've got a novel, The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. It's speculative fiction because there's technologies that don't exist, I guess. And it's sort of dystopian fiction because it's sort of about a fascist state. So we'll talk about why I picked these up later, because I'm going to ask you that question as well. And then finally, I have A Writer's Paris, because I'm also going to Paris, by Eric Meisel. This is a book that I read a long time ago, and I'm rereading it now because I'm going to Paris and I need some inspiration. And a video idea made me pick this up, so I will talk about that later as well. The Origins of Anti-Semitism. Well, that's the volume 1 of Origins of Totalitarianism. The other volumes are... Table of contents. Part 2 is imperialism and 3 is totalitarianism. So she builds her case of like how it builds up. So yeah, as you do. Mojo is here. Hello. Sup, everyone. Right now, Mojo's reading One for Pleasure, One for Business, One for Self-Publishing, which sounds like business. I should be doing final edits so I can format it and get it on pre-order before I go to bed. That's right. Good evening, madame. Yes. All right. Well, my friend Melissa Ike is doing sprints if you wanted like sprint energy. I'm just going to be going over current reads and mood reader madness. That's what I've titled this. So reasons why I pick things up. So I talked about a video idea. I picked this one up recently because the video idea was life-changing books. I'm thinking of that for a day in June. And I went through my physical books because I'm not going to go through ebooks. None of those are life-changing. And audiobooks may have been, but I don't have an easy way to look through those that I've read. So I went through my physical books and I picked this up one and I was like, I don't really remember what was in this. It's a really pretty book. Like it's got a cloth. I don't know if you could see like a linen cloth cover. It's got end papers. It's got like clay pages that are really smooth and shiny. It's got images, but also some of his own like sketches. And does it have pictures of Paris? No, but it has his sketches of Paris. So obviously he's a writer in Paris. There's lots of stuff I'm going to love in here, and I'm rereading it. I don't think it's a life-changing book by any means, but I did pick it up and go, oh, I have this. I don't remember anything about it. I should read that. And it's very nice first thing in the morning. Sometimes books are before you go to bed at night books. Sometimes they are first thing in the morning books. And this is a first thing in the morning book. It's a very nice, slow, meditative beginning to the day. So basically, I stack my current reads all together like this. And when I get up in the morning, I go, which one do I want to read first? Right now, it's this one. I can tell you which books I'm not reading before bed. So, yeah. I picked this one up because Climathon and Indigenous Voices, and just great title, and free, little free library. But Jessica from Lady Love Said reads read it and reviewed it as not much new in here, and so I'm reading it with sort of a slow, not very pulled into it kind of energy. There are some good things in here. They're a little generic, but you know, I'm in chapter 4, page 47 pages, so we'll see. So that's where I picked that one up. These two, I mean, obviously the times we're living in, this is because I wanted some more background on how you get to places like this and how you get out of them. And this I'm reading, it's the final book in the Mr. B's favorite readathon challenge on Storygraph. It's on their favorites list. And Mr. B's, if you don't know, is a bookstore that is in Bath that has a reading challenge that lasts all year. And I think there's 20 prompts, and this is the 20th book. So I will almost be finished. I will be finished when I finish this book. I read some this morning. I am on page 113, and it's good. It's intriguing, but it's not like compulsively pick upable. So I'm reading it at leisure, and yeah, I'll be glad to get the readathon under my belt for the year. But I also want to go back and watch Leslie's discussion and Buddy read with. Did she read it with? It wasn't with. I can't remember. Was it with Elaine? It was with Elaine, and they did two different discussions about it. That's what it was. This one I picked up because, again, travel, place where I'm going, and it's new. It's from a new bookstore that I'd never been to, so whenever I first go to a bookstore, I like to leave with something, so I got that one. And I started reading it right away because Cornwall as a mood would appear to be calming. She's kind of all over the place with her tone, so I wouldn't say it's like a very calming read. It has calming parts, but it's interesting. And then this last one that I picked up on the physical list is because I just got it, and you know, these are pretty heavy and whether nonfiction or fiction, pretty serious. And so I wanted something that was a mystery and plot pacey is what they say, pacey. So I picked that up. It's gonna take me a while because it's a big fat book, but I just needed, you know, I don't know, scratch that itch of like escaping into a book energy. And then I'm going to show you Storygraph. Let's catch up on the chat. Cat Paw says, I think the Ash Files did some regularly booking vids from Paris for inspiration. Well, that's fun. I don't think I know that channel, so I might have to look them up. Star that for later. Monique says, hubby's out, just finishing the last chapter. Still need to do Word format and then upload to Vellum. Nice. I love someone with a process. Excellent. Oh, Leslie's here. Hello, hello. I just said your name, so obviously you're a witch. Yeah, books on the phone now. Giving over 500 books to my daughter, public library, and little free libraries. The only physical books I buy are Llewellyn's yearly Witches Spelliday Almanac. Well, that's, again, a process. You know yourself and what you like. That's great. Kat is here from Ginger Bibliophile, listening while I got caught on adult. Get caught up on adult tasks. Okay, that's different than getting caught on something. Yeah. All right, so those are my 6. Let's see. What does Storygraph say? Because I don't always catch up with the accuracy. So Storygraph says I'm currently reading 10. Obviously, I just put Lamentation up. When you update your progress, it puts it at the top. I read these this morning. Memory Police, Living Stones. Oh, wait, did I include it? Yes, I did. Living Resistance. Okay, here we go. So old books that are sort of on pause, but I didn't pause them. By Her Own Design. So when did I start that? February. It's a historical fiction about a real life seamstress who's an African American, had a very rocky beginning, and the rocky beginning was like, wow, very eye-opening. And then I haven't gotten past that part. Then I've got City, Rediscovering the Center, which is nonfiction about basically urban design and sociology, and started off promising, but it's a big book, and so I didn't take it with me, and now I'm sort of stalled reading it. Then we've got Practicing New Worlds by Andrea J. Ritchie, which I was slogging through a few pages at a time. I'm like halfway, and lots of tabs, lots of interesting things. But it's very dense, as I said a long time ago when I was still reading it, and I haven't gotten back to it. Abolition and Emergent Strategy. So the title might make you think that it's like sci-fi fantasy. It is not. It is nonfiction. It is about strategies for resistance, and it is about a lot of theory and examples of counterculture and basically planning for communities to thrive on their own rather than appeal to the state as an actor. So good stuff, just like very academic. And then the last one I have is Drawdown, which is a Climathon book, and I should have that in here, which I don't, so I'll add it while I'm here, even though it does not like being part of a shared screen when I'm typing in it. That's fine. This is another big format book, and so I didn't take it with me, and so when I came back, I was just disenchanted, not reading it. So I should really like go over here and say paused. Practicing New Worlds. Paused. See, when I pause it, it sort of goes into the ether, which is why I hesitate to do that. But like, if I want to be honest with you guys, I should do this. Paused. And the funny thing is, along with By Her Own Design, I've got this book, Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune by Roselle Lim, which is one of the books I got in Canada. I started it. I got to page 24, chapter 4. And again, didn't take it with me, so sort of need to start over. That's not even on the currently reading list, unless if we see Storygraph here has paused books. It's not on there either, so I never entered it in here for some reason. These are the ones that are like real slow reads that don't really matter if I just pick up where I left off. Yeah, Rob Roy, barely even got into that. The Herbalist, I tried one recipe and it didn't turn out, and so I'm like waiting. The Railway Readathon. Yeah, see, paused that one. East of Eden, did not like that one. Paused it. Sisterhood, Magic in the Melanin, which was a library book, and I had to bring it back. Jocks, which is a gift book, and again, it's sitting on the shelf. And Dispersals, which is really good, but I had to bring it back to the library as well. Oh, wait, there's more, Storygraph tells me. These have got to be really old. Yeah, March, so over a year old that I haven't gotten it back. The Sisterhood was already up here, so I don't know why it's paused twice, but Storygraph does things like that. We're going through all the books twice. Habits of the House, Fatal Shore, Great Silence, Post Office, Care Work, Free the Land. All right, so similar things, sort of embarrassing. I do have a lot of currently reading and paused books on Storygraph, but it's not that accurate. So what you need to go by is like the weekly lives, because, you know, six is enough for me. So that's why I picked them up. That's why my list is not accurate, because I'm a mood reader. And video ideas being one thing that makes me pick a book up. I'm a mood booktuber. So what I mean by that is I had some other ideas, right? So I realized that there are some books that I finish in one day because they are unputdownable. So I started a list and I went back and I was like, which books? And I couldn't use Storygraph for this. I had to look in the planner where I record the books I read every month. And if you look at the date in the back there, when I just do one date and check it off, that means I read it in one day. So it's pretty easy to see. And I thought that could be interesting. What are the unputdownable books, right? I said there is one for life-changing books. So I've got some from different eras of my life that would apply to there. I thought about, what about the most meh books? I thought, but how do I reach that conclusion? How do I get a list of those? Like 3 stars? Like not really. Like my star system isn't queued up to that metric, I guess. So I don't know how I would. So that's why I stopped on that one. I didn't pick any up. But what about you guys? Why do you pick up some of your current reads? That's my second question of the day. And let me pin it. Oh, I didn't pin it. So I'll just let it run across the screen and unpin this one. Okay. Let's see. Here. Oh, Leslie says, reading only one book, Birds Aren't Real, which is about a conspiracy theory. Is that like the dead internet theory? How are you liking it? It doesn't sound as good as the other bird watching and bird related books that I've heard about lately, but I'm sure you'll make it interesting when you talk about it in your review. All right, so why I pick them up? I'll leave that to you guys to put in the chat. Video ideas and mood reading. Yeah. That was just like the status update. Current reads, how I read so many. Basically, I read some in the morning, I read some in the evening before I go to bed, and in between, if I need to like reset my brain, I'll often try to read a book for 20 minutes because it sort of wisps away the cobwebs. And so basically, I'll have this stack accessible on the table, and I'll look at it and go, okay, which flavor do I need? And I'll pick that up and read it. So that's how I just rotate through and try to not skip one often, many times in a row, because I realize I'm avoiding it, and then it goes into the paused pile. So yeah, that's my brain. Ben says, one in a series I'm working through. The other is one I've been slogging at since February, and I'm determined to finish. Yes. Sometimes I will start like the Hannah Arendt book. I know it's going to take me forever. It's got really thin pages, and it's 3 volumes in one book, right? So I only get about 6 or 7 pages at a reading, and I know it's going to take me a long time. If I let big periods of rest in between those short pages of reading, I know I will lose the plot. So I try to do it at least once a day so that I keep a little bit of understanding and the thread can hold on through the reading, because otherwise it's going to be wasted time, you know. And the other ones, I think I don't let too much time go in between readings. Probably like 2 or 3 days is the max that I would do it, because otherwise I'll start forgetting important things with the flow of the story. So yeah, Jim knows all about slogging through a book and pausing it and going back. Just when he eventually gets done, I'll be very curious to see his review of Cryptonomicon. That's what it is. Anita says, favorite author is one way I pick up a book. Another is by genre, especially if I'm in the mood for a particular one. Okay, so you just said too many books. I'm asking specifically, like, why did you pick up the ones that you're currently reading? Because there's like in general, and then there's the ones that you're currently reading as a mood reader. There are lots of people on Booktube who can set a list, like a TBR, for a month, and then just like boom, boom, boom. I can't do that. As soon as I sit down, I'm going to read this one in this book for this readathon, it suddenly becomes the most awful book ever. So that's my Taurian sensibility, I suppose. Monique says, for pleasure, picking up the book. All right, so you said 2 business and 1 pleasure book. I'm guessing you're answering it the same as Anita, which is generically. But especially now, since I'm trying to build a European audience with business, so maybe it's because of current business goals. That makes good sense. Julie says, my brain isn't wired to juggle many books at once. Yeah. I guess mine are very different. That helps. One is historical mystery in the Tudor times, which is hard to confuse with anything. One is like mystical things and beings in Cornwall, which, again, very different from anything else. The memory police and totalitarianism. I mean, you might... I'm not in the part where we're talking about government acting yet. I'm just in the part where they're talking about anti-Semitism and historical trends of who got cozy with the state, who did not, in different nation states forming in Europe. And so I'm not confusing that with anything in the memory police. The memory police is about an island where things are disappeared by the police, and they basically regulate whether you can remember things from the past, because they want to have control over your thoughts and all that. So not overlapping too much right now between the fiction and the nonfiction. Living Resistance, kind of a memoir. Random examples. I don't think I'm going to be anchoring that with anything. That's why I'm like, I don't know about it. And then Writer's Paris is little essays about writing in Paris. I mean, again, location anchored. So the juggling is not as much of a problem as you might think for this stack. Cat Paw says, most of the ones right now are university press books about Mexican Revolution, Civil War, and looking for the parts about the women and general overview. October Die for Relaxation. I've heard that name, that author's name. Okay, a relaxing one. Anita says, the ones I'm currently reading are Shannon's new books, so definitely by author. Gotcha. Okay, so friend's book, that makes it extra special. Shannon with one N. Leslie says, it seems like the author of Birds Aren't Real is more interested in exploring how conspiracy theories begin. Oh, okay. Observing social reaction to these theories. Gotcha. So it's like the phenomenon of conspiracy theories. Interesting. I bet you come across examples that they use that you haven't heard of, huh? I feel like some conspiracy theories are regional or like very niche. So, yeah. Cool beans. That's all I've got today. It's a short one because, again, Mood Booktuber. What have I been up to? I did like a stationery store raid yesterday because I got carried away watching someone do a fountain pen video. So I'm going to go return a couple things today. I also went on a hike, and that was very nice. It was a little bit crowded. I think the reviews say this place is never crowded, and I did not take into account the fact that Thursday is sort of in the holiday weekend, so there were like people everywhere. This is fine. Yeah, I'm trying to mix some forest walking in with my city walking to see if it's beneficial in a different way. What's coming up? I've got those video ideas I mentioned. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books for Tuesday's wrap up. I may end up with a 6th by Tuesday. So those will be good. Those are all really good reads. And one was really good. It's a graphic novel. So that's a turnaround for me. Julie says, I think if I was reading 2 books at once and I set aside one, I wouldn't return to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't study, you don't learn. How do we read? How do we process information? I wish we knew more about it. Ben says, I'm out wandering right now as it's filled down a bit. Not used to Manchester and sunshine. Filled down a bit. What does that mean? Yeah, sunny Manchester. Well, the sky is falling, so... I just watched one of Ven's favorite creators on TikTok have a video about International Tea Day, which was apparently yesterday. I thought that was interesting. I didn't catch that, unfortunately, but I definitely had my cup of tea this morning. And Cooled. Oh, autocorrect. It's cooled down. I can't talk and walk. 30. Yeah. Okay. Apparently it's 27 or so in France. I was listening to Dee talk earlier. So yeah, it's warming up for you guys. It's warming up here as well. I'm doing my best to keep the apartment cool. And Bean just jumped on the couch. So that's it. Just a short little interlude today. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm trying to keep on the schedule, Wednesday and Friday live streams. I will have my Wednesday wrap up next week. And then Friday is an author update, which is a little terrifying because I have not done much, but that's fine. We'll see what I tell you about it. Okay. Well, it is a Friday. It is a holiday weekend. I hope you have great plans to relax and read and take care of yourselves, everybody. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.